Hey guys, Stuart Trier here from SEO Cheat Guides. So today I want to talk to you about how you can acquire some customers. So I speak to a lot of digital marketers who are just starting to build their business and they're under the impression that they need to send out hundreds, if not thousands of cold emails to attract clients for their particular niche. And really what I wanted to show you is when you're at the beginning of your journey in terms of building your audience and building your business, you're way more effective to take some time and actually look at the niche sites that you're thinking about reaching out to, because your ability to customize that email, your ability to actually add value goes up dramatically, which basically what ends up happening is your conversion rates go up tremendously because you're reaching out to them, you're pointing out a specific problem they have. It's very obvious that you've been to the site, it's very obvious that you've looked into it. It allows you to position yourself as an expert because you talk intelligently about their particular site. You know, when you're trying to send out a generic email to hundreds of thousands of people, you end up with a very watered down message, and it really doesn't add the same level of authenticity that it does when you take the time to look through a site. So what I wanted to do is just walk through quickly what I would do if I was going after a niche and I was looking to land 1, 2, 3 more clients. And really, when you're at the beginning of building your business, if you land 2 or 3 new clients at $1,000 a month, and you already have 2 or 3 clients, I mean, you're getting close to that 6-figure kind of mark that a lot of people are trying to get to, and you're going to get there a lot quicker by sending out less kind of notes that are very tailored to the prospects that you're reaching out to. Okay, so let's just look at a keyword here, Ottawa basement renovation. So for this particular industry, I would say the average job is somewhere between $15,000 and $100,000 to kind of finish the basement. Obviously, that's a huge discrepancy. Some of that's going to be based on finishes. Some of that's going to be, are you adding a bathroom? Are you adding laundry? Are you adding, higher end finishings? Or are you doing really a basic job? And as well, the square footage of your house is obviously going to play a factor in what the cost is going to be. So this is what I would call a high value niche. They don't need a tremendous amount of clients. They don't get a tremendous amount of clients, but when they land a client, the value is there. On a $15,000 job, they're probably making somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. On a $100,000 job, they may be making 25 or 30 grand. So there's a lot of value that you can bring to this niche just by helping them with their conversions. All right, so Ottawa basement renovation, what we're going to see here is I'm just going to look at the guys that are just doing basement renovations. So you got Ottawa Finish Basements. These guys have 4 5-star reviews, so that's good to know. These guys don't have anything showing up on the map, and either do these guys. So I have all 3 of them opened in tabs already. So this is Ottawa basement renovation. A nice looking site. I'm going to scroll through it just so you can kind of see. I mean, it's very clean for sure. One thing that jumps out at me right away, and I see this on almost every site, it's a $15,000 to $100,000 job, and you'll see all the CTA's, calls to action. So call us today, call for a free quote, A to Z service, competitive prices, free quote, trusted name, why you should hire us. This is nice. It's laid out. It's kind of giving you a compelling reason why you should hire them. What our customers have to say. So they've tied in some testimonials. I think that's really good. Ottawa basement renovation top services. So they're talking about, the different things you can be putting in, whether that's a kitchen renovation in the business or a basement laundry, basement bathroom, interactive, like a theater room. So it's a nice looking site. So the first thing I would say that's missing here is targeting. So I have Ghostery lined up. There's no trackers found. So for this, $15,000 to $100,000 basement job, they're spending money on SEO. They're on phrase page, but they're not retargeting. So that's low hanging fruit. Number 1, you almost want to build a checklist and say, okay, they don't have that. Number 2 is lead magnets. Right? So I'm here because I want a basement renovation, but they're not telling me anything about how to frame the buying decision, right? What are 7 things I should know before hiring a basement renovation company? They don't tell me. They're not framing up any of, like when you go to any of the services that they have, they're not telling me how to consider anything. They're just saying call them, right? So if I'm thinking about getting a theater room in my basement, or I'm thinking about adding a kitchen or a bathroom, they're giving me no information to help me along if I'm in the research mode. So the lead magnet is another opportunity for you to reach out to these guys and say, you don't have retargeting, you don't have a lead magnet, explaining the value of both of those. They do have testimonials, so I would say that's a really good thing that they do have. They don't have a discovery form or any kind of calculator to kind of give me an idea of what it's going to cost for me to finish my basement, either based on square footage, based on pictures, kind of showing different levels of finishing, and then just even an estimate or a kind of ballpark on what I should expect. These are things that they can build into their site. It could be a discovery form, kind of like a survey of 2-3 questions leading to the point at the end where they have those micro commitments along the way. Then you capture an email and you follow up with a ballpark. So that's another opportunity. And another thing that I noticed here that they don't have is they don't have Google My Business set up. So these guys particularly are in a situation where they're not going to be able to they're not going to show up in maps. So that's another opportunity. When you go to their Facebook page, they have nobody that has reviewed their site. So reviews here would be another thing that would be open to show them how to do. And they have a YouTube channel, but they don't have a tremendous amount of content on there, and most of this content is 2 years old. So again, it would be an opportunity to create some art up here in terms of banners, show them how to set everything up, show them how to kind of pull everything together on the YouTube side. There's just a lot that would be able to help. You could tell these guys are doing search engine optimization. Their site is optimized for search. It's a good looking site, but that's really where their marketing has stopped. So this is where you could step in and really help them with conversions. And like I said, retargeting would be one, lead magnets would be one, autoresponders would be one. They already have testimonials, which is good, but I would get some testimonials set up. I would set up their Google My Business. I would look to improve the quality of their YouTube channel. I would probably have more before and afters. So there's a lot that you could offer these guys in terms of value, and just by taking the time to kind of look at their site, you could pull together a list and then come up with a way of contacting them and adding value specific to their site. So I'm just going to keep going through. So these are just basements. These guys rank number 1 in search. They also don't have a Google My Business set up. These guys have no retargeting set up. They have Google Analytics, but they don't have any retargeting. So again, they're paying for SEO, but they're not bringing anyone back to the site. They don't have a lead magnet on the homepage. So again, they're only talking to people that are ready to buy today. They don't have any kind of calculator or any kind of discovery form to really capture people that are in the research phase. It's only if you're interested in working with them today. These guys seem like they do really sharp work. They've got social proof that they've won for home renovation. They do have, tons of pictures that they've done of their work. They do really good work, but there's a lot of room here for us to come in and really help them. They do have their who's, which is important for this industry, and it is set up, and they're trusted pros. So again, we know these guys are spending money on marketing. There's just a lot more that they can do. And the third company that shows up in Google My Business but not in search, same deal. No lead magnets. Everything is today. Book a call today. Contact us today. So it's the same thing all over again. One thing I did notice, and again, this is another opportunity to reach out to these guys. They have specials that expired in January of 2017. So you'll see here, we are pleased to announce that we are extending this offer until January 2017. So, again, this is just a great way to reach out to them and talk to them. You'll see that they've broken out their services into different things like home theater. These guys specialize in that. That's great. But having a lead magnet, framing the buying decision for building a home theater, if you're going to put a home theater into your basement, you're probably spending closer to the $50,000 to $100,000 range. You would think that it's worth investing some dollars to really capture those people that land here. These guys do have retargeting on their site, so they are doing that properly. But again, there's just a lot here that would allow us to come in and add value, especially in a high value niche like this. So for those of you that are just starting your digital agency, don't get seduced into sending cold email to people without doing a little bit of research. You can spend 2, 3, 4 minutes with a checklist. Just look at, do they have retargeting? Do they have a lead magnet? Do they have their Google My Business, on their Facebook page? Do they have a banner that's professionally made that you can click on that's going to drive to a lead magnet? You can see here that they don't. So there's just a checklist of things that you can go through that you would want to develop for your business, where it's like, okay, do they have this, 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 this? And this becomes the opportunity to really email these people and add value. You want to give them value. You want to show them how they can implement some of this. And really that is what is going to position you as an expert, and it's going to get you top of mind, right? Because if you start to give people value and then draw them back to your website and give them even more value, where you're showing them how they can improve their system, a percentage of the audience that's going to engage with you is going to want that done for you service. So this is really one of those ways that you can start to attract the business that you want at the price point that you want to charge, by giving value to your niche, looking for ways to spend 5-10 minutes a day building this into your system. Especially if you don't have a team, this is something that you should do in the morning for 5, 10, 20 minutes, and every day you should be sending out emails to people in the niche. Once you have your script for your first email, second email, third email, then you can start to hand it off to VAs and start to train them on what to look for. Once you have that checklist, that's when you can start to build a system around it. But really in the beginning, what you need to do is you need to be doing this so that you're able to create that rapport with that niche client, bring them in, hopefully hop on a call with them, add value, land them as a client, and that's how you can scale your business. Anyways, I hope you got something from this video. If you did, definitely hit the subscribe button below. Give me a thumbs up. YouTube loves it, as do I. The engagement really helps us spread the word here on YouTube. Leave a comment or a question. I'll make sure to engage with you here on the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.